Yeah, we're good, I think. Alright. We're all good. Sweet. So, in 3, 2, 1, go. You know when to start timer? I mean, you can start it now, it's fine.
I'm going for it. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hiya. Gotcha. Yes.
So this is Ape Escape. Basic premise of this game is that the apes are loose. They the lead monkey Spectre has gotten access to a smart helmet that was created by the professor. And decided that humans shouldn't be the dominant species of Earth. So, in coming up with that idea, he made a bunch more helmets, gave them to all the monkeys in the monkey park. And yes, you heard that right, monkey park. Oh, why can I not catch this monkey in the pool? God, that sucked. And then took his army of monkeys and basically stormed the professor's lab and took his time machine and sent monkeys all throughout time to try and rewrite history. So, we, as a young 10-year-old boy named Spike, who's messing everything up, by the way, ended up getting caught in the time machine explosion, I guess. And, now we, with a time net and stun club, are going through and we basically have to recapture all the monkeys. "10-year-olds feels good, man."
I'm going for it. Hiya. Hiya.
So this level is the first where cycles actually matter, and I'm pretty sure I missed the. Yeah, I did. So if you're in this level, you're supposed to go relatively fast and catch this elevator cycle. Unfortunately, I missed it. It's no big deal. Also, there was a monkey hiding in that egg, but you know, we can just ground pound him and catch him anyway.
Yes.
So that was the, I guess the dinosaur era. And, you know, nothing really too exciting happening. I might have just re-entered. I did just re-enter a level. That was marathon luck. That's my bad.
Let's go.
So now we're entering what the game is calling the Mysterious Age, but first we have a gadget training room.
Let's go.
And this gadget is absolutely useless. We never use it except for in this room. This is the monkey radar, and it basically just tells us where all the monkeys are. Unfortunately,
Spike.
not unfortunately. We know where all the monkeys are already, so why would we need a gadget to tell us?
Let's go.
So throughout this run, you're going to see me move the camera a lot. That's because the game is very, very laggy. Gotta wait for this guy to go into this nest and then catch him. So this next monkey I might not be able to catch, and I obviously alerted him. There's a way you can catch that monkey before he hops in his UFO. Unfortunately, I didn't get it. No problem though, there is a backup monkey. Tell us about the PSP remake. How about no? I will tell you though that my controller is garbage and is making Spike just do a casual stroll through a speed run. Okay, that was that was absolutely horrible. Normally that yeah, stupid monkey. That level was just horrible.
I'm going for it.
So this first monkey we actually need to sneak up on because he's very fast and we don't want him to get away. We got some more camera moving here. So normally we would be going for a monkey that turns on a giant fan. But for marathon's sake and marathon's safety, we're going for a backup. And then killing ourselves. Also, Kai Blade, thank you for the good luck.
Yes.
And yeah, see you later, Nova. So those first 5 levels were a bunch of garbage. Now we get into the real fun with jumping forever. Oops. There we go. So, the reason you can actually jump forever using the slingback shooter, if you happen to pull back and jump, apparently the game, like, as soon as you pull back with the slingback shooter, it thinks Spike is on the ground, so it gives you another jump. And you can just do this over and over and over again. God, I wish my controller wasn't screwing up right now. So, this point, so this is Jake, by the way. He wants to race us, and, you know, he got captured by Spectre. He's been brainwashed. But we don't want to race him. So, screw that guy. We'll just leave and keep capturing monkeys.
I'm going for it.
So this is another gadget room we're going to just... Well, I was going to try and skip it. Oh well. Yeah, no race. So this is a laggy beach, and you'll see why here in a sec. Got the nice double catch.
Yes.
Oh, dang it. Oh well.
Let's go. Hi-ya. Gotcha. Hi-ya. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, once you get the super hoop, all the levels go by a lot faster. And I dropped an IJ.
Hi-ya.
Oh well. That is something that can happen. If you try to IJ too quickly, Spike just kind of falls. And it's not that big a deal, but sometimes it can kill a run, depending on where you drop your IJ. So this is the first actual like serious level. Because if I drop an IJ here, I could soft lock myself. Overshot that monkey, but it's okay. Got it. Okay, so that was the serious part. If I had dropped an IJ there, so in some spots where you are out of bounds, so some areas the developers have, you know, put floor, or, you know, they put ground, so, you know, you can fall and hit something. But at that specific part, they put no ground in the out of bounds area. So if you fall there, you just keep falling forever.
Yes.
Now we're going to, I believe the next is the Ice Age.
Let's go!
How does Spike get into his house? I have no idea. Okay. So the whole point of this level is to catch a cycle with this mammoth. How did I miss that? Also, that delayed hit. Great.
Yes!
So this gadget we're getting here is the game's intended way for us to get to higher places. And I will be using it in this run, but not as much as the game was intended for.
Let's go!
So, what I use it for, like, say, like I drop an IJ or I'm falling from a really big height and I don't want to take fall damage, I can use the Skyflyer to save myself. And the first time I do that will actually be in one of the later levels, to keep me from dying, basically.
I'm going for it!
Whoops. Did not BJ to IJ there. Oh, go. Come on. Honestly, right now, I'm not from what I can tell by the timer, I'm not doing too bad. Even with some really big mistakes. Also, here's another Jake race, but you know, like I said before, we don't really have time for that.
Let's go.
So, bye, Jake. Oh yeah, for sure. All's definitely good so far. I should also note that even though it says PlayStation, I'm playing this on the PS2 with FDS, which is fast disk speed, which actually saves about I think it makes the run 4 minutes faster. Oh god.
Yes.
Those are actually in this level.
I'm going for it.
Actually, the first one's in this level, I believe. Trust me, you're not the only one. And that was a pretty decent gong room. Could have gone a lot better though. So this is the first time I used the Sky Flyer to keep myself from not dying. And I dropped an IJ. So this last monkey, normally you're not supposed to get him until later on in the game. But you can just shoot him to the wall. And he ran the other way.
Yes.
Oh, you definitely should play this.
Let's go. Hi-ya.
So this is the first level where you don't actually have to capture any monkeys.
Hi-ya. 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 Oh. Hi-ya. Yeah. Hi-ya. 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 Yeah.
Stay at 5 health. So yeah, at that point, basically Spike found Spectre and Jake and thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna, capture Spectre and all's well and good. And Spectre's just like, nope, fuck you, we're leaving, bye. And then he summons this giant electrical knight for us to kill. I mean, it's just a suit of armor, so we can't really, kill it, but,
Yes.
whatever. It died. It fell over, it broke, and it died, so, yeah, we basically just straight up murdered a knight.
Let's go. Hi-ya.
So now we're actually in, I believe this is supposed to be present day.
Let's go.
Like we've been basically we've been chasing Spectre throughout, all these different time periods, but now he's come back to present day, and now he's trying to mess up everything here.
Hi-ya.
Because if you're going to change the entire timeline, you can't forget about the present. There's another monkey with a gun.
Gotcha. Hi-ya. Hi-ya.
There's another monkey with a gun.
Hi-ya.
I hate hate this part so much. That actually went a lot better than it normally does.
Yes.
Like, so that last part with so those last two monkeys, the second to last one is probably one of the most one of the biggest run killers, I'll say. Mainly because of that little purple bouncing Pikachu looking thing that was right next to him. When you hit those, they multiply. And for some reason, the developers thought it would be a good idea for that one to multiply twice. So you hit it, it splits into two. You hit those, they split into four. And I have to leave the level because I let that monkey get into a UFO.
Let's go.
Hiya!
Gotcha.
Hiya!
Gotcha.
Hiya!
How's it going, B-Man? And you didn't miss the entire run. We still, we still got like 3 levels left. Also, you can catch that monkey through the gate. Shoutouts to well, honestly, I don't really know who found that out. I think it might have been Flurgandy.
Hiya! Hiya!
I'm not sure.
Hiya! Hiya!
Gotcha.
Dang it. Also, screw this monkey and everything he stands for.
Hiya! Hiya! Yeah! Hiya! Yeah!
No B-Man strats in the next room.
Yes.
I don't even know what strats you use. Trust me, none of these monkeys stand for freedom. At least I don't think they do.
Hiya!
So this level has what I believe to be one of the most impressive catches in the game. And that's if I actually get it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hiya. Yeah.
I missed.
Hiya. Yeah. 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 Hiya. Hiya.
Gotcha.
Not that big a deal, to be honest. Because we had a backup monkey for that.
Hiya.
Gotcha.
Yeah, almost. So the way that catch works is, the explosion actually causes the monkey to get shot upward a little bit. Also, you know, we totally have a tank. But yeah, it causes the monkey to get shot upwards, which then, because he's up for like a few frames,
Gotcha.
Hiya.
we can actually use the net to catch him.
Gotcha.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hiya.
Yeah, they are.
Hiya. Yeah.
So once again, Spike has found Spectre, and he walks up and he's just like, you know, once again, I'm gonna try and capture Spectre. Oh no, Spectre's captured my friends. Or, well, he already captured one of my friends, but now he's captured all of my friends. And Spectre's like, yep, we're getting away again. So not so much we're getting away again, but, like, I know you're just a kid, so I'm going to hop in my giant ship, and we're going to try to kill you. Now, as you can see, this first phase, there's only like two different attacks, red and blue. The red ones are much faster, and we wanted 4 of those. We got 3, so that's actually not too bad. So now we're in phase 2. So rather than having like actual health, the ship, you have to just, it takes 6 hits to kill. There's number 5. And on this last one, I'm going to wait till just before he gets to the ground. Because otherwise you have to wait for some long-winded animation. And we don't have time for that. We're speedrunners.
Yes!
So now we're at the monkey park, and this is the last level in the game. The whole point of this part of the plot is that Spectre's captured the rest of Spike's, or all of Spike's friends, and now we have to basically get them back. The first one we go and say, we're going to, I'm sorry. The first one we're going to save is the professor, who Spectre thought, you know, who would be a good idea to, you know, guard this old man in a cage. Not some monkeys, but instead a clown that'll give children nightmares. And we just kind of murdered him. And now we come to the only auto-scroller in the run. The official name of it is the of this roller coaster is called the Terror Coaster, and it only makes sense that it's, you know, basically nightmare fuel because there's no seatbelts, and yeah, you can it can just jump off the rails like it's nothing. You know, Spike's totally fine. Even on turns, it just jumps. Like it's like completely connected to the track and nothing else. Plus, this track has absolutely no support, like underneath. And now Spike should have whiplash and be dead, but he doesn't, so it's cool. Nice. So Natalie, the professor's assistant, was actually guarded by 3 monkeys. We had to capture them in order to save her. Normally they're all supposed to run into these coffins that were around the area, but we got to them before they could even enter them. And now we actually have to fight, well, free, quote unquote, Jake from his mind control. And, you know, like I said way early in this run, we are a 10-year-old boy. He has a giant car. Also, this is one of the hardest boss fights in the entire game. Just saying. That was fun. It's always good to play with your friends. So that fight was supposed to actually take 5 cycles, but, oh, thank God. For some reason, if you get Jake stuck in that corner, you can just bash on him and he'll die. And the reason I just said, oh, thank God, is because for some reason or another, at that one particular point, the game can crash and your run is dead. Luckily, though, I have a backup save just in case that happened. And we kill ourselves again. Also, these UFOs are trash. Like, absolute trash. So now I have to actually go get some cookies. So normally you're supposed to go through this whole castle and, you know, hit a switch that moves a painting and, you know, all this other nonsense, but, you know, we just go behind the painting, infinite jump a bit, and the loading zone apparently stretches. Because, and it's so high that, you know, they think, oh yeah, you're never gonna get up there. Bitch, please. So this is the final boss of the any % run. So yeah, we're just about done here. And this is where RNG can absolutely murder a PB. And if anybody is keeping count of the cycle, that would be very helpful. Also, I'm zooming in on him to reduce lag. All of his attacks are very laggy. We got one of his arms down, that's good. Alright, so now there are going to be 3 more hits, and time is going to be on the 3rd hit. So there's 1. There's 2. And time.
Yes!
Overall, not a bad run. It's a very fun game, and it's also very easy to learn, at least for the 80%. But yeah, that has been Ape Escape, any percent. We caught some monkeys, had a good time. Got to be a 10-year-old boy for 57 minutes. I'd like to actually thank How Our Runs for accepting the Ape Escape run. This was actually my first ever speedrun marathon, and I obviously had some marathon luck, but overall everything went phenomenally. And also want to give a quick shout out to the Sprash community. Or not the Sprash, but the Ape Escape community. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the marathon, guys, and come check me out over at twitch.tv.com/game_jesters. I'll see you guys later.